And that love from coast to coast, man. Planting them seeds so you know we growing. Believing in us, damn right we know when. Ain't got time for the stress and pain. No time for hate, no time for games. It's time to take it up. Take it up. We gon' take it up. Hey.
Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life. Real talk for real life. Welcome, everyone, to Real Talk for Real Life. My name is Sherri Ann Flanders Duncan, and I will be your host today. I'm so excited. We have a lovely, beautiful guest here with us today, and we're going to be talking about being thankful. And Miss Jeania Pierre is going to tell us all about having gratitude. So I am so thankful, Miss Jeania, that you have decided to come on Real Talk for Real Life. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Thank you for having me. And I do love your show because I watch it outside of being on it. My name is Jeania Pierre, the CEO founder of Nia J Cosmetics, which specialize on the lips. I'm also the founder of Nia J's Beauty and Wellness Expo, which I have annually for women to remind them that our inner beauty is very important because, you know, we know how to look glitz to the glam when we're off outside and about, but internally we're suffering in silence, with insecurity, with our health, with our mental, and so many different things. So my goal is to help reach us internally with using the right resources and teaching you how to utilize the right resources to make you feel a better version of yourself so you can feel beautiful within and out.
Okay, I love it. It sounds so great and it sounds so positive, which I love. I love to be around positivity. And so with that, can you just let the audience know what made you want to go into doing the expo?
Oh my God. So, you know, I have my lipstick line, Nia J Cosmetic, and which started from, I'm a teacher. So it started off from students. I was at a school where there was a lot of minorities. Women of certain color complexion could not wear certain colors. So I had to break that habit. So I had this one particular student that would tell me, hey, no, I can't wear that. I'm too dark. I'm too this, whatever. And I was like, okay, if you tell me that you're cute and beautiful every time you pass me, I'll wear any color lipstick you want. Not knowing this girl's gonna have me looking like a Skittle, like I could taste the rainbow. And then while I'm walking at work, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna think I'm ghetto or oh my God, classy. And I was like, wait. I was doing the same thing that she was doing. So she was also building me up and I was getting so many compliments. And I was like, you know what? Dorset McLeod, my old principal at my school, was like, why don't you start your own line? He pushed me, started vending at different events. Then I found women and males coming up to my table saying, I was like, okay, this is like a universal problem. So I was like, how can I let people see that they are the brand? Because people buy because of us. Because of me branding other people's lipstick caused me to get so many compliments to make me brand my own. I was like, okay, why are these people feeling this way? So I started having conversations, asking questions, and I found that we all had something in common. We were all dealing with trauma, internal things that led us to feel the way we felt. So I was like, okay, we have to break this chain, and how can I do it? So I started the Beauty and Wellness Expo, and I also make sure there's like licensed professional therapists on the stage or someone in the medical field, either a nurse practitioner or a doctor, to provide us with those resources that we need. And I always bring an additional woman that is all about empowering and lifting women like yourself.
Love it. And I actually attended this year's Beauty and Wellness Expo. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to stop by, next year is going to be fabulous. I can't wait. This year just really showed me that you are really dedicated to empowering women.
Yes.
You really are. And so I walked away from the expo feeling rejuvenated. I felt like I was ready to really go out there and face the world. And the one thing that I did feel in there is community, a community of women who really want to uplift one another. So I took away so much from the Beauty and Wellness Expo. And so I just really want to say thank you and just had an awesome time. And everybody looked so beautiful in their red. Because what was the theme? The theme was
Lady in Red.
Yeah.
That song, Lady in Red.
Yes. Yeah. So all the
Doesn't
women
like a theme.
Yes, it was a beautiful sea of redness. I mean, the women just really came out, they showed out, and everyone looked beautiful. So, thank you for what you do. I am so eager to attend next year and definitely will be bringing more friends and family to join in. So, thank you for that. So, I want to get into talking about gratitude as this is November. This is the month of Thanksgiving. And I think this is a month where we come together as family and friends and we talk about our gratefulness, but it's something that we really need to practice all year long. How do you feel about that?
Listen, gratitude will take you far in life. Person that practice it religiously, even because we all have our hiccup moments, you know, where we doubt and feel a little discouraged and down. But like if we focus on the little things that we do have, it would do so much for us in a
Great.
such a drastic way.
So how has gratitude changed your life?
Oh my God. So I used to be an individual that suffered with depression, like real bad. And Joanne Wilson, who's a pastor of Cool Church, who's also my close friend, was like, you know what? How about moving forward? Let's focus on what you did instead of focus on what is not going right. How do I do that? So she was like, every morning, just simply get out the bed, brush your teeth and say, thank you for the toothpaste. Thank you, home, for allowing me to be here. Start celebrating yourself for every little stepping stone that you do. So I made it a habit. And then she also told me to write 3 things that I'm grateful for every single morning on the post-it. And every morning I would write 3 little things. It could be thank you for my son, thank you for my family and friends, thank you for the food I'm about to eat, for the car that I'm driving, for being able to use all 5 senses, hearing, smelling, touching, walking. And ever since I've been doing that, it's have helped me break out of that depression, going around telling everyone to do the same thing. And then I also try to find something positive in every negative stepping stone that I face.
I love that. And that is something hard to do, and it takes practice. And so I hear you say it's something that you get up in the morning and you say the 3 things that you have gratitude for. And so, but what I'm hearing it is something that you have to practice on a daily, right?
Yes.
It just doesn't come, like that. And I think a lot of times people have problems or have struggle with it. I should say they struggle with being grateful for the now.
Yes.
Because they're so focused on what they don't have or what they need to get that they miss the opportunity to really cherish the moment. So, is there any personal experience that you feel comfortable with sharing that demonstrated how you've persevered and still been grateful no matter what?
I have so many, but one that sticks to mind, I would say one of my hardest challenges that I had to go through was when I went through my divorce with my son's dad. I lost myself within. I lacked confidence, became insecure. That's when the depression started to play a role because I was like, okay, I'm on my own. I was so used to having that support. Everything was on me, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And then, like I said, after having that conversation with my friend, and I started practicing those things, I started like not allowing it to affect me the way it was affecting me mentally. And I even went and seek the therapist and put my pride to the side because as an island person or African American, many of us, you can't go to a therapist, you're crazy. But a therapist helped me, and also having a relationship with God also helped me. Of course, my son as well. So those were my strength that pushed me, and that just celebrating those little things, like you'll be surprised because comparison is a thief of joy. Theodore says this is a big thief of joy. And because we compare ourselves to other or want this lifestyle that we see on social media because we think the hype is the hype when it's really not the hype, it causes us to put ourselves in situations or feeling a way that we shouldn't allow ourselves to, and we lose sight of what we do have in front of us. Focusing more on what you do have, it kind of make you appreciate life a little more.
I hear you. And I think that is, we're looking at social media now, and social media is really portraying life for many individuals, and they start to compare themselves to the lives of others who may not or may be real. And so when we take that comparison out, like you said, and start to focus in on what we have right now in this moment, being grateful, it just really changes your whole outlook on life. You talked about your divorce and however you feel about it, if you want to go into it a little bit more, but divorce is loss. And so one of the things that I've discovered through my loss as well is that it has made me and it's pushed me towards being more grateful about life, right? And so sometimes traumatic things, sometimes life changes will push you to understanding the importance of gratitude. So has that those changes in your lives or those twists and turns played a major role in that for you?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Because I wasn't ashamed to put my pride to the side and ask for help. It's also important who you surround yourself with. Sometimes people are removed out of your life and you're like, oh my God, this is my childhood friend. This is my cousin, da, 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 da. But not everyone is meant to go with you through every obstacle and season that you face. Some people are just within the moment and some people are just lifetime. So once I started appreciating that and having people filter my mind and help guide me navigate my mindset, shifting it, because you have to have an open mindset, because when you have a closed mindset, you're stuck in your ways, you can't get out of that element. But once you start having an open mindset and allowing yourself to accept criticism in a nice way or holding accountability and seeing what you need to focus on, it kind of shift your way. And when I had got divorced, I told myself, I don't never want to be in no relationship. I don't want no man. I was mad because I started focusing on what I do have and started working within myself. I was able to open up myself and put myself out there. And I met an incredible guy who is amazing in my life. And he is big, big, big on gratitude. So he also remind me sometime when I forget, because we're going to forget sometime when we get caught in our feelings, so important. And it just shifted me in so many ways. And I'm very grateful to that.
Right. And that's what I think too, we have to start appreciating the challenges, because the challenges build us up to who we're supposed to become, right? Exactly. So we have to embrace it, the changes, the triumphs, everything that we go through happens for a particular reason. And what I'm starting to do now, and I don't know if it's something that you practice, is every experience that I go through, I say to myself, what is this here to teach me? How can I learn? How can I grow? That goes back to just being grateful for that experience and allowing it to shift me and to take me to where I need to go, right? You talked about something important, surrounding yourself around the right people.
Very important.
Has that been a challenge for you, having to leave certain people behind? How have you done that without feeling sad or having these emotions that you need those people when you really know that leaving them behind is going to help you move towards the goals that you have?
Oh my God, that's a hard challenge within yourself. My mom always say it's powerful prayer, Father God, remove anything that is negative or that is not good for me. And you gotta be ready for the outcome, okay? You might not get the results you want. And I prayer and like a lot of people wash away out of my life, and that devastated me, and I felt alone. And I was like, oh my God. So one day I cried to my sister and I was like, oh my God, this all happened after I had my divorce. Like I tell you, my divorce was a big shift of my life because people that we had the same friends. So the friends stopped talking to me, stopped talking, his family, like everything. So we were like, I was left on my own with my son, aside from my siblings and my mom. And my sister was like, and I was a tomboy growing up, I had a lot of guy friends. So they didn't understand what I was feeling. They'd be like, you'll be all right, toughen up. And I'm like, no, I need help. So at 30, my sister was like, just start talking to females. You'll be surprised. There are good women out there. They're not all two-faced. They're not all backstabbers. There are women out there that want to see you win. I want to see you strive. Pull your hand through the mission. And from there, I started meeting other like-minded women who are goal-getters, entrepreneurs, hardworking, loving, whatever you want to call it. They're all there. And having that has helped me so much. And then you have to be open to meeting new people because you don't know how they're going to impact you in your lives.
Open. That's a challenge for people, being open. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that. That is something that I've had to learn to do. Through my life experiences, I was very closed off. And now I'm doing a lot of what you're practicing, which is getting out and networking and really finding out there are some incredible people, some incredible women out here. So they do exist. So that gratitude portion of it, how do you think that has helped you form new relationships and keep your relationships?
Just being grateful, because when you hear other people experience and you also experience, because, you know, I've experienced women turning their back on me, gossiping about me. But where I am right now in my life, if I called you to vent to you about whatever I was dealing with, and you allowed me to, and you held my hand and helped me through the process, whatever you decide to do with that information doesn't hurt me anymore. If you want to go gossip about me, go ahead. I believe in karma. I believe in things coming back to people. It's going to come back to you. What you do to people is going to come back to you. So I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm not going to let that person stop me from meeting someone that's incredible in my path, because you don't want to miss out on your blessings. Because like you say, networking, you never know. I've been blessed with job opportunities from networking and meeting people. I've been blessed to be on TV, featured in magazines from networking and meeting people. So we can't let people of our past or people in our current situation to stop us from being ourselves and stop us from meeting people, because you're going to miss out on incredible opportunities if you get stuck and trap yourself in a box.
I love that. So be open, guys, ladies. Be open to new experiences. Be open to meeting incredible people that are going to help shape you and take you to that next level, really. So it's so important that we do that. So you talked a little bit about mental health and depression, but I think it is something that we need to focus in on right now because you mentioned it. And the mental health, you're going through your depression. You also talked about faith. So how do you correlate the two? How do you correlate faith, and how has that helped you with your mental health?
Having faith is something you cannot see. It's like you have to trust the process. Other way up around it, you have to trust the process. And then sometimes you have to sit back and think about moments that you didn't think you were able to get out of. And you somehow got out of it. It's like with spending money. We're afraid to spend money sometimes, but we forget that it's going to come back. Especially if you're a fruitful, giving person, you're going to always bless abundantly. So that is something that myself and all of us have to work on, because if not, our mental health will drive us. One thing that I included that helped me with my mental health was self-care. As a mother, as a friend, as an educator, as an employer, whatever, an entrepreneur, we're on a go, 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 go. We're trying to do everything fast. We don't give ourselves time, but I don't play about my self-care. Every evening before I go to bed, I tell everyone in the house, do not bother me for 30 minutes. I'm going to get 30 minutes. I don't care if I'm watching TV, sitting outside, sitting in the dark, listening to music, looking at a picture, reading a book. I'm going to get my 30 minutes to decompress and ease my mind, because our mind goes through so many things where our mind is running like crazy. Even when we're sleeping, sometimes we're unable to sleep because our mind is always on a go. It's so important to have self-care. Whoever you believe in, I believe in the Most High God, you know, have their own beliefs, but you form that relationship and you have to just trust the process to get help, because sometimes you need guidance. You might need a life coach, you might need a therapist or a family or a friend or even a complete stranger, but allow people to help you, because you're not alone. When I started opening my mouth and sharing some of my obstacles that I faced, I found that I wasn't the only one, because sometimes we feel like we are the only one and we're not the only one. People like that experience or been in that situation that can hold your hand and help you walk through the process. So we have to make sure we are taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. Wellness play a whole ball game of our life too. Person in the whole wide world and have every material thing look glam to the God, but if your health is right, you're going to be losing a lot of money from them doctor visits, or you might not see
that's true.
So your health, well, that's why I always, practice at my Beauty and Wellness Expo. Like, beauty is not just your appearance, because everybody thinks it's appearance. It's not just appearance. It's your health. It's what you're doing for your mental, emotion, and your mindset. So you have to make sure we are taking care of ourselves, because being confident ain't easy. Everybody's like, I don't understand why she's not. It's not easy. It's not easy, because I have some days that I don't feel cute, but I just don't feel pretty today. Does that make me insecure? No, it's just something that we deal with, but we just have to do what we have to do to help us feel better, to get out of that funk.
Right. I love that. And so the mental health portion, tune-ups. You talked about you had to seek out therapy. Some women feel like they don't need it, but we really want to just say, you know what, if you need the help, ask for it and get it, because it can really change your life and help, again, direct you down the path that you need to go. Because a lot of us are still dealing with things that happened in the past, things that are currently going on now. So that saying I need help will really be able to just get you in that place where you need to be in order to live out and be the full person that you need to be. So definitely the mental health portion, I'm glad you mentioned it. You need that. You definitely need that. And so my next question to you, how do you relate gratitude to being successful?
So when I started my Nia J Cosmetic, okay, everyone know that educators don't make a lot of money like that. Okay, so and I was a single mom, and I just got out of a divorce. My bank account was apple bottom jean low. Okay,
Low.
low. So I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take a step out of faith. I'm gonna take a chance. And through that journey, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Everyone think when you're an entrepreneur, you start a business because they see what we post on the social media that we got it all together. No, it's a lot. It's a lot. You're your own boss. You're your accountant. You're your marketing person. You're a content creator. You're that every job description, you are that person until you get to that place where you can hire someone to help you. We're not all meant to be entrepreneurs. It's okay to be the person behind the scene, the assistant, the accountant. It's okay. It helped me in so many ways to appreciate, and the people that I met through networking, telling me that it was okay to make those mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. You have to go through these challenges because don't regret things. I used to regret things back in the days when I was younger, but I don't regret things anymore because if I didn't do whatever I did, even if I liked the outcome or not, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't look at life the way I look at it today. It goes hand in hand. Gratitude will take you very, very far in life if you allow yourself to embrace. And I always tell people, start with just your 5 senses. You can smell, you can see, you can hear, you can touch, you can taste. And you can walk. That alone should get you excited. And what you do from there. If you woke up and you got out your bed and you stepped out of the house when you were in a funk, celebrate that, because there's a lot of people even get out of their bed. They're not even here. They took their lives. So the fact that you were able to get up, brush your teeth, and have some breakfast, celebrate that. And when we start celebrating those little things, then we'll be able to celebrate our bigger accomplishments and embrace it even more.
I love that. Listen, and gratitude, because I serve a higher being, and I believe that when you show gratitude for the small things, you get blessed with the bigger things, right? So we have to show gratitude and be thankful for the things that we have currently. And that is how he knows that we have that faith, because we know that he's going to get us through whatever situation that we're in, and we're not even worried about it. I always tell people, I said, look, I don't have time to stress because I'm trying to preserve my youth. But stress, ages you. And so, you place those cares upon the Lord, let him take care of it, and just be grateful for what you have now, because he's working it out to deliver and give you the greatness at the end of the day. So you talked about being grateful for the 5 senses. I just wanted to share this story really quickly. My son had the flu about a week or 2 ago, and he woke up one morning saying that he couldn't walk. Oh my gosh. Listen, I did not know what to do when I heard my son say he couldn't walk. His legs were broken. And so we got to the hospital and we found out that because of the flu, he caught something called rhabdomyolysis, where his muscles were breaking down. And so he couldn't walk because of the pain. So as a mom, seeing your child who is normally active and walking, and now seeing them not being able to walk, it did something to me. But still at the same time, because of my faith and knowing that God was going to work it out, once I saw my son go through the process, get the fluids that he needed, and we were discharged from the hospital, and he was walking out of there where he wasn't walking when he went in. Gratitude. You got to be thankful, because at a drop of a dime, something is walking that we take for granted can be taken away from us. So it is so important that we cherish every single thing, senses, people around us, situation, because you just don't know how life can change and how those great things that we have around us that we take for granted could simply be gone at a drop of a dime, right? What book, is there any books out there or any phrases that you would recommend to the ladies listening that would help us understand how to be more grateful?
Well, my favorite book, because I believe in the Most High, hallelujah,
Okay.
my
I
Bible.
love it.
I got the app on my phone and everywhere I go.
Right.
And I like to read a lot of books. And my
Okay.
favorite quote is Theodore Roosevelt, "Comparison is a thief of joy." I love that quote because
Okay.
sometimes when I believe in the Most High, we pray for things and we want it to happen when we want it to happen, and we forget it's on God's time. And
Correct.
then we cause ourselves because we didn't want to sit down and just wait and trust the process. We kind of mess up everything and prolong it. Reading the Bible is so great. And then I read a lot of books, but the two books that I'm currently using right now is this book over here. It's called "You Got This."
Okay.
I guess
I can see it. Yeah, I see it. Good.
It's a "Face Your Fear, Find Your Confidence" by Carolyn Ferran. It's such a great book because it talks about self-comparison, self-compassion, self-love, self-care. Everything is self. And then I'm also using, it's like a devotional journal. It's called "Embrace Your Worth, A Journey to Self-Love and Confidence" by Pierre. I love it because they have word of affirmation. It allows me to write how I feel, whatever I face with that day. It gives me ways to work with my wellness, with my mental, with my health, a lot of self-care. We forget, at the end of the day, I feel we don't have to do this, but I feel that it's such a great exercise to do in your daily routine to come home and just sit 5 minutes and reflect on your day. What went well? What didn't go well? And if I see tomorrow, what can I do differently? Shift our mindset. And like I say every morning, what am I grateful for? That's where I'm at right now.
Okay. I love that. Just a whole bunch of positivity. Girl, I love it. And such great advice. And so my question is to you, for that woman that's out there that's struggling, she can't find her way through whatever it is that she's going through. What would be your best advice to her?
Like I say, the little thing, because I was that woman, because I had days. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. We're human beings, especially females. We're emotional creatures, and it's okay. So I have days where I just want to give up and feel and doubt myself. And then I have to remind myself, I talk to myself a lot, and I'm not crazy. I got to do what I got to do to survive. So I have conversations with myself and a lot of prayer. I'm not afraid to ask for help anymore, because our biggest thing is not asking for help for sitting in the dark. Because when I used to be depressed, I used to sit in a dark room. But because of the people that I surround myself with, that's why I think it's so important to be around great, incredible people, is because when I remember one time I was in a very, very, very dark space, and I was thinking suicidal thoughts. And my one friend saw that I wasn't answering her calls. She said something was a little off, and she came in, she was banging on my door, and she's like, "I'm not leaving. You can call the police. I'm not going nowhere till you let me in." And I was like, "Oh my God, this girl won't go away." And I opened the door, and I'm happy that I opened the door, because I feel like the enemy attacked you even harder when you have no one around you to help you get out of the funk. He's like, "Yes, let me get her. Yeah, pour her down." But we don't want that, So it's okay to feel how you feel, and it's okay to ask for help, because if you don't have any friends, like I told you, at 30 years old is when I started connecting with female friends. I had a high school friend that was a female, but she was a tomboy. I found my feminine, girly self when I started going out to events, going to bars, going to network places, any way I can, where I saw someone like, "Hey, hi, my name is Jeania. Nice to meet you. Let's exchange social media. Let's exchange number." And you just have lunch with them and you get to know them. Build your community, because we're not supposed to do it by ourselves. Adam was by himself. Adam was alone. Give him somebody, because he felt lonely, and he took his rib and made Eve. So from there alone, it tells me that we're not meant to do it all by ourselves. So put your pride to the side. Take your regrets put it to the side. Take all the hurt and pain and disappointments that you face to the side, and get up. That's the first step you do. Get up. And if you need help getting up, ask for help.
Love it. So there you have it, ladies. Asking for help. If you're struggling, just ask. There's so many people around you that love and care for you, that want to see you do well. It's just a matter of you taking the time out to say, you know what? I need help. It's just as simple as that. And Jeania, you talked about, I just want to touch on this before we close out. You touched on community. I'm reading this book called Ikigai, which in Japanese, that means finding your purpose. And that is one of the things that they talk about. Community is a big part of how people come together and be able to solve problems. And it's also key to living a fruitful and long life, being surrounded around great, positive people who want to see you do well. So thank you you have mentioned so many great things, so many great ways for women to just dance and be prosperous and to be grateful. So the last question I have for you, year is closing out, 2024. It's been a fabulous year for many of us. And so I'm sure it's been a fabulous year for you. So what is the thing that you are most grateful for in this year of 2024?
Aside from my son, my
Okay.
mental and my health. And the reason why I say that is because I'm taking time for my health and my mental. People go through things that I didn't mention earlier, and I'm sure you understand. It's like, if you don't want to see a therapist, you can take a walk, you could journal, you can listen to podcasts like this one. There's so many other ways. Utilize the resources that are available on this earth. It's there and it's for free. If you need help finding someone or taking that first step, shoot her an email, shoot me an email. We'll provide you with those resources and try our best to help you, because we're not God, but we'll help.
Right.
Path. So my mental and my health is so important to me, because once your mental is right and your health, you're able to appreciate your child, your spouse, your family, your friends, your gatherings, places that you go with life. It's just those two things are the two things that I'm beyond grateful for. And because of those two things, and I work on it on a day-to-day basis, it allows me to have gratitude for everything.
Wow, I love that, Jeania. Thank you so much for being here today on Real Talk for Real Live. Listen, let the audience know, how can we find you?
Yes, you can find. I have 2 pages. I have my Nia Cosmetic, NIAJAYE Cosmetics, and I also have my Beauty and Wellness Expo. Well, you'll see the fun side of me, the goofy side of me, the fiery side of me, and quotes. Nia J is NIAJAYEBWE. That's my Instagram. NIAJAYEBWE is the Instagram for that, from a Beauty and Wellness Expo. And then a Nia J Cosmetic is everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You'll find me there.
Listen, I just ordered me some Nia J lipstick. Miss Tina is what we call her. And I can't wait. There you go. I can't wait to put Miss Tina on. Listen, the holidays are coming and I want it to look especially nice. And so I ordered me some Tina lipstick. So listen, I can't wait to get it and put it on. You'll be the first person that I send a picture to. So thank you so much.
You're gonna love it. It's even kids can wear my lipstick. Okay.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Like I told you, I use it when I was an educator, so it's paraben free, gluten free, free, and it have moisture and vitamin E. All my lip wear has some type of vitamin E in it. So yes, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, because I need to keep these lips moisturized. So I can't wait to get it and show it off. Miss Tina, honey, I will be wearing Miss Tina. So thank you again so much, Jeania, for being here today on Real Talk for Real Life. You've shared some valuable tips for women. You spoke about the importance of gratitude. And so again, as we move down this month of November into Thanksgiving, we need to appreciate people, right? We need to appreciate life. We need to appreciate breath, more than just in the month of November, but every single day that we have the opportunity to see light, right? So I want to say thank you. And ladies, as I always tell you, Real Talk for Real Life is being brought to you all by Women of Dynamic Change. Okay, you ask, Well, I'll tell you, it is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to break down those barriers that keep women from being able to reach their full potential. And so this is why we invite special women such as Miss Jeania to come on, because she is giving us knowledge. She's giving us knowledge that's going to help break down those barriers so that we can reach our full potential, right? So we have some very special ladies that come onto this show to provide knowledge, wisdom. Okay. So, as I always tell you all it takes is a mustard seed of faith, right? We talked about it today. That's small, right?
Yes.
And I always say, if you don't know how small it is, Google it, and that's all you need. And I'm sure you are witness to how good God is.
Yes.
He's gonna work it out every time, right, Jeania?
Yes, every time. Even when we don't see it, he just the last second he come through.
And you mentioned something. Listen, he comes through. It's not on our time.
Yes.
And that's the problem. We don't like to wait for him, but he always comes on time. It's definitely not our timing, but it's his timing. And so, women, I want you to also to recognize that we are all superheroes. God has given us these superhero powers. Jeania, you have a superhero power. I have a superhero power. Your sister, your neighbor, we all have superhero powers. But once we really learn what they are and how to utilize them, it will take us to the next level. We will be incredible women. And so when we join forces, right, Jeania, when we join forces, it's like the X-Men, honey. Listen, anybody that come for us, we gonna destroy with these superhero powers. And so thank you. Thank you again, Miss Jeania, for being here today. I want to say, audience, thank you for being here today and watching this segment as we express gratitude to you all for being here. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving, safe holidays. And as I always tell you, I will see you next month. Have a great day and be safe. Bye-bye.